It was really good. I was shocked. I mean, I was watching it, and I thought, whoa, wait a minute. I'm not on that show now. I'm here. I thought he was so good. I mean, he gets the tone.
In the pantheon of American screen acting, Al Pacino occupies a throne built from 5 decades of volcanic performances that have redefined the boundaries between naturalism and theatrical grandeur. The man who gave us Michael Corleone, Scarface's Tony Montana, and Serpico's Frank Serpico represents more than just an actor. He embodies a philosophy of performance that treats each role as a sacred ritual of transformation. Pacino's legendary intensity and commitment to emotional truth have made him not only one of cinema's most revered figures, but also one of its most perceptive observers of acting craft, possessing an almost mystical ability to recognize authenticity in others. What makes Pacino's perspective on his fellow actors particularly compelling is his understanding of performance as a form of controlled madness, the careful channeling of raw human emotion through disciplined technique. Unlike performers who rely purely on instinct or those who depend entirely on methodical preparation, Pacino seeks actors who can navigate the treacherous territory between spontaneity and precision. His favorite performers are those rare individuals who share his willingness to risk everything in service of truth. Artists who understand that great acting requires not just talent, but courage. These are the actors who have earned Pacino's deepest respect through their commitment to the dangerous art of revealing the human soul on screen, establishing themselves as kindred spirits in his relentless pursuit of authentic expression. 6. Marlon Brando. When Al Pacino speaks of Marlon Brando, his voice carries the reverence of a devout pilgrim discussing a religious icon. For Brando represents nothing less than the foundation upon which Pacino built his own revolutionary approach to screen acting. Marlon didn't just change how we act, Pacino told American Film. He changed what acting could be. He showed us that the camera could capture the human soul in all its beautiful, terrifying complexity. Their brief but profound collaboration in The Godfather revealed to Pacino not just Brando's legendary technique, but his philosophical approach to inhabiting characters with supernatural completeness. The impact of working alongside Brando during the Godfather production left an indelible mark on Pacino's understanding of what constituted authentic screen presence. Cinematographer Gordon Willis recalled watching the two actors work together, noting how Brando's improvisational genius influenced Pacino's own approach to finding truth within Francis Ford Coppola's carefully structured scenes. What Pacino values most about Brando's legacy extends beyond technique to encompass his revolutionary understanding of how actors could serve story while maintaining their essential humanity. The younger actor has spoken extensively about how Brando's performance as Vito Corleone demonstrated that power could be portrayed through subtlety rather than bombast, influence through restraint rather than display. Their scenes together in The Godfather represent a master class in how 2 generations of method actors could find common ground while maintaining their distinctive approaches to character creation. Marlon showed me that acting wasn't about showing off, Pacino reflected. It was about disappearing so completely into truth that audiences forget they're watching a performance at all. 5. Robert De Niro. The artistic kinship between Al Pacino and Robert De Niro represents one of American cinema's most fascinating studies in contrasting approaches to method acting, with both actors sharing an obsessive commitment to authenticity while expressing that commitment through radically different performance styles. When Pacino first encountered De Niro's work in the early 70s, he recognized in his contemporary a fellow traveler whose dedication to character immersion matched his own relentless pursuit of emotional truth. "Bobby and I come from the same school," Pacino told Film Comment, "but we speak different dialects of the same language. We both understand that acting is about finding the character's soul, but we excavate that soul through different methods." The legendary preparation rituals that both actors employ have become the stuff of industry folklore, though their approaches reveal fascinating differences in how method technique can be applied to character creation. Director Michael Mann, who worked with both actors on Heat, observed how their contrasting styles actually complemented each other perfectly during their iconic restaurant scene. What most impresses Pacino about De Niro's career trajectory is his fellow actors' strategic intelligence in choosing roles that challenge different aspects of his range while maintaining his essential screen identity. The Scarface star has observed how De Niro consistently finds new ways to surprise audiences, while never betraying the core truthfulness that defines his best work. Their mutual respect has deepened over decades of parallel careers, with Pacino noting that De Niro's commitment to craft has helped maintain standards of excellence within an industry increasingly focused on spectacle over substance. 4. Dustin Hoffman. Al Pacino's admiration for Dustin Hoffman stems from his recognition of a fellow outsider who transformed perceived limitations into revolutionary strengths, fundamentally altering Hollywood's conception of what constituted leading man material. When Pacino first witnessed Hoffman's breakthrough performance in The Graduate, he saw reflected his own struggles with an industry that favored conventional masculine archetypes over authentic human complexity. Dustin proved that you didn't need to look like a movie star to become one, Pacino told Variety. He showed that audiences would follow genuine truth wherever it led, even if it made them uncomfortable. The methodical intensity that Hoffman brings to character preparation has earned Pacino's profound respect, particularly the older actor's willingness to completely transform his physical presence for each role. Director Sidney Pollack shared with industry publications Pacino's reaction to Hoffman's performance in Tootsie, noting how the younger actor was struck by Hoffman's complete commitment to finding authentic femininity within his drag persona. Al understood immediately that Dustin wasn't just putting on a costume, Pollack recalled. He was accessing genuine aspects of his own psychology that most actors would be too frightened to explore. Pacino has consistently praised Hoffman's courage in tackling roles that other performers might consider beneath their dignity or beyond their range. What Pacino values most about Hoffman's approach to acting is his fellow performers' understanding that great characters emerge from specific psychological wounds rather than generic heroic qualities. The Godfather star has observed how Hoffman consistently chooses roles that explore the intersection between personal neurosis and larger social dysfunction, creating characters who feel simultaneously unique and universally recognizable. 3. James Caan. The creative bond between Al Pacino and James Caan was forged in the crucible of the Godfather production, where both actors discovered that their contrasting performance styles could create an electrical tension that elevated their individual work to transcendent levels. When Pacino first worked alongside Caan during the film's early scenes, he recognized in his co-star a performer whose natural charisma and spontaneous energy could perfectly complement his own more introspective approach to character development. Jimmy brought this incredible life force to every scene, Pacino told Entertainment Weekly. He had this ability to make everything feel immediate and dangerous, which pushed all of us to stay completely present. The improvisational chemistry that emerged between Pacino and Caan during The Godfather's production has become legendary among film scholars, with their brotherly dynamic providing the emotional foundation for Francis Ford Coppola's epic family saga. Script supervisor Eleanor Coppola recalled watching the two actors develop their characters' relationship through a series of spontaneous moments that weren't in the original screenplay. What most impresses Pacino about Caan's approach to acting is his fellow performers' ability to maintain authentic spontaneity even within highly structured dramatic frameworks. The Serpico star has observed how Caan never allows preparation to calcify into predetermined choices, instead using his research as a foundation for genuine discovery during filming. Their collaboration demonstrated that great ensemble acting requires not just individual excellence, but the willingness to surrender personal agendas in service of collective truth. Jimmy taught me that acting is a team sport, Pacino reflected. He showed me how supporting your fellow actors ultimately makes everyone's work stronger and more authentic. 2. Meryl Streep. Al Pacino's reverence for Meryl Streep represents his recognition of perhaps the most technically accomplished actor of his generation, a performer whose chameleonic abilities and intellectual approach to character creation have consistently challenged his own understanding of what constitutes great acting. When Pacino first witnessed Streep's transformative work in films like Sophie's Choice and The Deer Hunter, he was struck by her ability to completely disappear into roles while maintaining an essential humanity that made even her most extreme characters feel recognizably real. Meryl has this incredible capacity to become other people without ever losing sight of what makes them human, Pacino told American cinematographer. She finds the universal truths that connect all of us, regardless of background or circumstance. The meticulous research and preparation that Streep employs for her roles has earned Pacino's profound admiration, particularly her willingness to master accents, physical mannerisms, and cultural details that other actors might consider unnecessary. Director Mike Nichols shared with Pacino his observations of Streep's preparation process for various projects, describing how she approaches each character as an anthropological study requiring complete cultural immersion. What most excites Pacino about Streep's career trajectory is her continued willingness to take creative risks even after achieving legendary status within the industry. The Scarface star has observed how Streep consistently chooses projects that challenge different aspects of her range while never repeating previous successes, noting that this artistic restlessness reflects a genuine commitment to growth rather than mere career calculation. 1. Jack Nicholson. The artistic relationship between Al Pacino and Jack Nicholson represents a fascinating study in how two actors can embody seemingly opposite approaches to screen presence while sharing fundamental commitments to authentic character creation. When Pacino first encountered Nicholson's work in films like 5 Easy Pieces in Chinatown, he was struck by his contemporary's ability to project dangerous unpredictability while maintaining complete control over his craft. Jack has this incredible gift for making you believe he might do anything at any moment, Pacino told Film Comment. But everything he does serves the character's truth. There's never a false note, never a moment that feels calculated or safe. The contrasting performance styles that Pacino and Nicholson represent have created some of cinema's most electric moments, particularly in their scenes together in the films where their different energies could play against each other. Director Roman Polanski observed how both actors brought distinct but complementary approaches to their work, with Pacino's intense internalization providing perfect counterpoint to Nicholson's more externalized charisma. What Pacino values most about Nicholson's career is his fellow actors' refusal to be categorized or contained within conventional leading man parameters, instead creating a unique screen persona that could accommodate both heroic and villainous impulses. The Heat star has observed how Nicholson's most memorable characters exist in the morally ambiguous territory that defines the most interesting dramatic material, never allowing audiences to feel completely comfortable with their sympathies. Their parallel careers have demonstrated that authentic movie stardom can emerge from completely different personality types, as long as both are grounded in genuine commitment to character truth. Jack taught me that you can be bigger than life and completely real at the same time, Pacino reflected. He shows that great acting isn't about choosing between naturalism and theatricality. It's about finding the approach that serves each specific character's essential nature. Al Pacino's favorite actors reveal his understanding of performance as controlled madness, channeling raw emotion through disciplined technique. These artists share his courage to risk everything for truth, demonstrating that authenticity transcends style. Subscribe for more acting insights.